Testing. Hello boys, it's me, Weather of Saz, back with another episode of I Suck at Fantasy Football. We're going to get right into it in just a second. However, because Rob, in an act of defiance, did not fill out the sheet as to where he was, he will be omitted. This is the last time I am saying the bad man's name in this video. I've also received several requests to do slightly less specific weather reports and do more jokes, fun things for y'all to do this week, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with our Arlington boys here. So this week you're going to have a pretty decent expected winter week. It's going to be cloudy tomorrow, but for the rest of the week it's going to be mostly cloudy. You're going to be high 20s, mid to low 30s all week, and your coldest day is going to be Saturday where the high is only 27. Looking for things going on up in Arlington this week, Ishan has quite the itinerary this week. So looking at Ishan specifically this week, this is very interesting. He's going to be all over the place. It looks like this long weekend is going to take quite the toll on him. So tomorrow, it's looking like it's going to be cloudy with a chance of milk and Diet Coke for you. And then Ishan. Also, I'm going to pull Pushan into this one in particular, but for Friday and Saturday, you say drinking somewhere. Also Friday and Saturday, this can be included with that, is the DC Auto Show. Rev up your engines, boys. Heading straight south right now, we're looking at South Boston, where forward you can expect rain and snow tomorrow. The temperature is going to fluctuate between about 30 and 37, so you will get precipitation, but as for what kind, well, we'll have to find out. Other than that, the weather's pretty interesting where you live. The temperature will fluctuate a lot day to day. For example, on Wednesday, it's going to be low of 17, high of 47. That's a 30-degree swing for you. And then Saturday, it's going to be sunny but cold with a high of only 30 and a low of 17. Now, so forward, as for things for you to do this week in South Boston, if you listened to me last week, you would have picked up some land moving equipment from that Tractor Supply? Just confirmed with my sources, it was in fact a Tractor Supply. So if you did listen to me and pick up some land moving equipment, this could be you as you dig a tunnel underneath Virginia between you and the town of Roanoke so that you and Cal can meet up in the middle where you can kiss as you use your group chat as a front to hide your love for one another. Reagan, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry the news had to be broken to you like that. Speaking of our sweet boy Bambino and the 23rd best mountain town in the US, Cal, you are up next. Your weather report this week it's going to be pretty typical January weather. You're going to have lows anywhere between the 20s to teens. I believe your coldest day is Saturday, where you have a low of 13 and high of 25. Your warmest day is going to be highs of 40s, and that day is actually going to be tomorrow, which is Monday. And Cal, I did some reconnaissance on the happenings of the town of Roanoke this week. There is something called the Latinas Network Lunch with leaders of local colors of Western Virginia. I can't get any more information on this event other than the fact that it's $15. However, with your Hispanic background, I think that you would enjoy this. And I'm also going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to lump Clay into this as well due to, well, we all know. Okay, and speaking of Clayboy Express, we have a very interesting weather report. We have breaking news. There is a winter storm warning down in Oxford until Tuesday at 6 p.m. So Clay, what you can expect from this is mixed precipitation with snow from anywhere between 3 and 6 inches in the town of Oxford, Mississippi. And as we know, with the southern part of this country's inability to be able to handle and provide infrastructure for snow, there's nothing going on in Oxford. However, I will give you two really fun winter activities if you have the means of executing them. So the first one is called skitching. If you've never heard of it before, it's a term that's used for being pulled behind a truck while you're either on a sled, snowboard, skis, whatever, while the truck is moving. You can pull this off in a sedan. However, I have heard a story of someone passing away from being pulled by a Camry while skitching. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, definitely use a truck or SUV. Then all you need to do is just tie yourself to something on the truck that's not going to fly off, sit on a sled, and just be pulled however you like. Overall, great activity. It's a lot of fun. Just get pulled. You're at the driver's suspense. It's kind of like tubing behind a boat. However, if you also own a skateboard and a gigantic set of balls. You can actually do this in spring, summer, and autumn. And the second one is whipping shitties. That one's pretty self-explanatory. You just wait for a lake to freeze over, and then you just do donuts on the frozen lake. Just make sure that the lake is like 6 to 8 inches thick before driving over the top of it to make sure it's safe. Yeah, and other than that for you, just celebrate Saban being gone. So Pushan, you are up next. Due to the cold weather affecting the majority of the country, it's going to be a little bit colder where you are. So your low this week is actually going to be 9,802 degrees, and your high is going to be 9,804. Be sure to bring your sunscreen, but if you're not bringing it anywhere, just make sure to lock it up so no one takes it. And like I mentioned before, if you want anything to do this week, be sure to hit up Eshawn and hit up the DC Auto Show. Okay, so coming up next, we have Brett down in Charlotte. So you're going to be mid to high 40s most of the week, with a few days in the 30s. Your coldest day is going to be Saturday with a low of 16 and a high of 34. And then Brett, depending on what happens tomorrow, I have 2 forecasts for things that you can do this week. So if tomorrow does not go your way, I did a little bit of reconnaissance. The tallest building in Charlotte is the Bank of America Corporate Center, which only comes in at 871 feet tall, which by tall building standards isn't really that much, but it's definitely tall enough to do the trick. And then if things do go your way tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know. I already used up the youth gymnastics joke last week. Maybe drive to DC and kiss Scott? I don't really know. Okay, for y'all wondering what this is right now, I've moved to drinking milk and Coke Zero. However, next up we do have Briggs. For Briggs, up in Lincoln, New Hampshire, you're gonna be frigid. Get ready to learn jacket, buddy. God, that was such an awful joke. Anyway, sorry y'all had to hear that. Briggs, it's going to be cold all week. Your coldest day is going to be Saturday with a high of 6 and a low of 0. And your warmest day is going to be Tuesday with a high of 16 and a toasty low of 12 degrees. I honestly don't know what else to say about this town other than go skiing, I guess. Quartz, what'd you just say about this concoction?
It's better than Coke, and it's better than milk.
Told you boys, it's delicious. And in a shocking turn of events, my joke pick of last week was Austin, Texas. However, this week, Mr. Sutton is actually going to be in Austin, Texas this weekend. And I know this sounds like a joke, but on my computer, when I look up the weather in Austin, it literally just says hard freeze warning. I have no idea what that means. But either way, it'll be over by Wednesday, so you can enjoy the beautiful weather in Austin. You're going to have a windy day Friday. High of 45, low of 26. And Saturday, it's going to be high of 43, low of 32. Unseasonably cool for Texas this year. So, yeah, definitely go down there. Hit up Tori, MGM. I don't know what goes on down there. And horns down. So my computer unfortunately died while I was looking up actual things to do in Austin. So Sutton, just going to say it, throw it out there. Just fuck it in ball. Okay, so due to my computer dying, I am just going to free ball this. So next up we have Rag. Rag, your weather's going to be the same as all the Arlington guys. Some things for you to do this week. I would definitely recommend getting your tires rotated or changed. I don't know for sure, but something tells me that if your tires were people, they'd be in 3rd grade right now. Please, Reg, I don't know how I would handle myself at your funeral. Please get, your tires fixed or changed before the winter comes. Scott, for you, make sure to head down to Charlotte this week. Check on our boy Brett before it's too late. I know I told him the tallest tower in the city. Get down there before he gets this info. And then Mikosi, fuck it, your weather's the same as the Arlington guys. I've always just assumed you're a Ravens fan. I have no basis of it, so enjoy the bye week, I guess. If not, have fun with Drake May. And that concludes the report. See y'all next week.